Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Spiritwhisper's podcast. I'm your host, Spiritwhisper, and today we're diving into a crucial and timely topic, the ongoing struggle in Venezuela, as we explore the recent elections and the broader implications of global capitalism. I want to shed light on the forces at play and their impact on both humanity and our planet. Let's get into it. The struggle for Venezuela. A battle against exploitation and deception. As the world watched, Venezuela recently held elections, and the aftermath has been anything but peaceful. The dominant powers that exploit the world, along with their media allies, and the traitorous Venezuelan liberals, eager to sell out their country to foreign interests, have stooped to despicable lows to unseat President Maduro. Despite Maduro's victory, these forces scream fraud, spreading lies to achieve their ultimate goal: the unrestrained plunder of Venezuela's natural resources, including its vast petroleum reserves. Their agenda is clear: make the rich richer and the poor poor. The machinations of global capitalism. In our current global landscape, the ruthless march of capitalism, particularly in its liberal economic guise, has wreaked untold havoc on both humanity and the environment. This insidious system, driven by profit above all else, has poisoned our planet, our food, and our very lives. The rise in infertility and cancer rates is no coincidence. It is a direct consequence of a system that values economic gain over human and ecological well-being. The global capitalist framework promotes exploitation on a massive scale, leading to vast inequalities and environmental degradation. Capitalism's fundamental drive is to accumulate wealth, regardless of the cost to people or the planet. This relentless pursuit of profit has led to the depletion of natural resources, destruction of ecosystems, and a widening gap between the rich and the poor. The powerful corporations and their political allies manipulate markets and policies to serve their interests, often at the expense of the common good. The Venezuelan election, a microcosm of global greed. The recent Venezuelan elections serve as a stark reminder of the lengths to which these capitalist forces will go. With their substantial financial resources and media control, they fabricate stories of electoral fraud to delegitimize Maduro's legitimate victory. Their intention is not just to undermine a government that resists their exploitative practices, but to pave the way for a puppet regime that will hand over Venezuela's wealth on a silver platter. These tactics are part of a broader strategy to destabilize any nation that dares to defy the neoliberal economic order, ensuring that no country can stand independently against the tide of global capital. The media, controlled by these powerful interests, plays a crucial role in shaping public perception. They spread misinformation and create narratives that support their agenda, making it difficult for the truth to emerge. The accusations of fraud against Maduro are a classic example of this manipulation, designed to erode trust in the electoral process and justify intervention. Capitalism's destruction of nature. Capitalism, with its insatiable appetite for profit, has left a trail of environmental destruction in its wake. From deforestation to pollution, the relentless pursuit of economic growth has pushed our planet to the brink. In Venezuela, this translates to the relentless extraction of oil, with little regard for the ecological damage it causes. The country's rich biodiversity is at risk, sacrificed on the altar of foreign profit. This environmental degradation is not limited to Venezuela. It is a global phenomenon, with the Amazon rainforest being decimated for agricultural expansion and industrial activities, contributing to climate change and loss of biodiversity. The poison in our food. Liberal economies have also adulterated our food supply. In their quest to maximize profits, they have filled our diets with additives and chemicals, causing a surge in health issues. The rise in infertility and cancer is not an isolated phenomenon, but a direct result of consuming these toxic substances. This is the dark side of a system that prioritizes economic efficiency over human health. Processed foods, laden with preservatives and artificial ingredients, have become the norm, while organic and natural foods are often priced out of reach for the average consumer. The long-term health consequences of this shift are profound, contributing to a public health crisis that includes obesity, diabetes, and various forms of cancer. The food industry, dominated by a few powerful corporations, prioritizes profit over nutrition. They use marketing tactics to promote unhealthy products, while lobbying against regulations that would protect consumers. This has led to a situation where access to healthy, nutritious food is a privilege rather than a right, exacerbating health inequalities. The social cost of economic liberalism. The social implications of this economic model are equally dire. Inequality has soared as wealth becomes concentrated in the hands of a few. In countries like Venezuela, this means that while foreign corporations and local elites amass fortune, the majority of the population struggles with poverty. This stark disparity fuels social unrest, creating a cycle of instability that benefits no one but the exploiters. The rich continue to get richer, while the poor are left to fend for themselves in an increasingly hostile economic environment. This growing inequality erodes social cohesion, leading to increased crime, mental health issues, and a breakdown of community bonds. Economic liberalism promotes the idea that the market should be free from government intervention, but in reality, it often leads to policies that favor the wealthy. Tax cuts for the rich, deregulation of industries, and cuts to social programs are all justified in the name of economic efficiency, but they only serve to deepen inequality. The resulting social fragmentation makes it difficult for communities to come together and advocate for change, a call for resistance. In light of these realities, it is crucial to resist the false narratives propagated by those who seek to dominate Venezuela. The accusations of fraud against Maduro are a smokescreen for a larger agenda of exploitation. We must stand firm against these forces, not just for Venezuela, but for the future of our planet and humanity. Only through collective awareness and action can we hope to forge a future that prioritizes human and ecological well-being over profit. This resistance requires global solidarity, connecting struggles across borders to challenge the hegemony of neoliberal capitalism. Grassroots movements and social organizations play a vital role in this resistance. They work to raise awareness, mobilize communities, and advocate for policies that prioritize people and the planet. By supporting these efforts, we can build a more just and sustainable world. The situation in Venezuela is a microcosm of a broader struggle against the destructive forces of global capitalism. This economic system, driven by greed, has inflicted immense harm on our environment, our food, and our societies. The recent elections are a stark reminder of the lengths to which these forces will go to achieve their ends. As we navigate this complex landscape, it is imperative to remain vigilant and resist the deceitful narratives that serve the interests of the few at the expense of the many. Only through collective awareness and action can we hope to forge a future that prioritizes human and ecological well-being over profit. The struggle for Venezuela is not just a local issue, but a global one. It is a fight against the exploitative practices of a system that values profit over people. By standing with Venezuela, we stand for a world where resources are used sustainably, where food is safe and nutritious, and where the wealth of a nation benefits all its citizens, not just a privileged few. This is a battle for the soul of our planet, and it is one that we must win. The fate of Venezuela's natural resources, its environment, and its people are intertwined with the broader global struggle for justice, equity, and sustainability. Together, we can challenge the status quo and build a future that values the well-being of all over the profits of a few. We must remember that the power to effect change lies in our collective hands. By supporting policies that promote social and environmental justice, holding corporations accountable, and building resilient communities, we can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The path ahead is challenging, but with determination and solidarity, we can overcome the forces of exploitation and build a better future for all.